The sudden jolt was violent, a tremor that rattled the very bones of the aircraft. One moment, I was sipping lukewarm coffee, gazing out at the endless expanse of white clouds below. The next, an ear-splitting shriek of metal filled the cabin, and the world tilted sideways. The oxygen masks dropped, dangling like lifeless puppets. Panic erupted. Screams mixed with the groaning of the plane's structure as we began our terrifying, uncontrolled descent. Through the window, the serene white clouds gave way to a stark, unforgiving landscape of ice and snow. The impact was a deafening roar followed by an eerie, profound silence. When I came to, the cold was the first thing I felt. It was a deep, biting cold that seeped through my clothes and into my very soul. A handful of us had survived, scattered amidst the wreckage that was now our only shelter against the Arctic wilderness. The silence outside was absolute, broken only by the whistling of the wind and the chattering of our teeth. Days bled into one another. The emergency rations were gone in a flash, a mere tease against the gnawing hunger that soon became our constant companion. Hope, once a flickering candle, was now just a wisp of smoke. The radio was dead. We were alone. We huddled together for warmth, our breath crystallizing in the frigid air. We were just strangers, but now our survival depended on each other. We shared stories of our lives, of the families we desperately wanted to see again. It was these stories, these connections, that kept the encroaching despair at bay. We learned to ration our energy, to find solace in the smallest things, a brief moment of sun, a shared memory that brought a fleeting smile. Our bodies grew weaker, but our resolve, our collective will to live, somehow grew stronger. We refused to let the silence and the cold win. One morning, huddled in the broken fuselage, we were startled by a sound. It wasn't the wind. It was a low, rhythmic thumping, distant but unmistakable. We stumbled out of the wreckage, our eyes scanning the vast, white horizon. And then we saw it, a tiny black speck, growing larger and larger. A helicopter. A wave of disbelief, then pure, unadulterated joy washed over us. We screamed, we waved, we used the last of our strength to signal them. Tears froze on our cheeks as the rescue chopper landed, its blades kicking up a storm of snow. As the medics wrapped us in warm blankets and gave us hot broth, the feeling was surreal. The warmth was more than just physical. It was the warmth of a second chance. Looking back at the mangled metal that had been our home and our prison, I realized it wasn't just luck that saved us. It was the human spirit. In the face of absolute desolation, we found strength not in food or fire, but in each other. We survived because we refused to give up on one another. That shared hope was the only nourishment we truly had.